Aemond Targaryen with his dragon Vhagar is going to intentionally attack and burn Aegon while he's on his dragon Sunfyre engaged with Rhaenys on her dragon Meleys during the battle at Rook's Rest in the next episode of House of the Dragon. Additionally, after burning them all, Aemond with Vhagar will slam both the dragons and their dragonriders Aegon and Rhaenys into the ground, killing Rhaenys and her dragon Meleys, injuring Aegon's dragon greatly and Aegon himself being half burned and broken. Aemond will then land with his dragon, take out his sword and stand over nearly dead Aegon, putting down his sword only when Criston Cole rushes to them and yells no to Aemond. In other words, Aemond will cripple Aegon and Criston will stop Aemond from finishing Aegon. All this information is coming from the people who already watched episode 4, supported by leaked footage. While some fans might be surprised by this twist in which Aemond will try to kill Aegon and put himself on the throne, I'm not surprised at all. Since they were children, Aegon was the leader in bullying Aemond, and the bullying and humiliation of Aemond by Aegon continues to this day. Just in the last episode, we had the opportunity to see it in the brothel when Aegon mocked Aemond. Aemond's betrayal over Aegon was foreshadowed many times. In Season 1, when Aemond said that he's the one who should be the king, believing himself more capable of ruling, as he's the one who studies history and philosophy, trains at arms, and rides the largest dragon in Westeros, while Aegon only drinks and spends most of his time outside of the castle. Back then, when Aemond and Criston Cole found Aegon, Aemond was even going to let him sail away from Westeros and take the crown for himself, if only Criston wasn't there. Aemond thinks he's better suited to be the king, to serve his family's best intentions and to win the war, while he also resents Aegon for always bullying him and embarrassing him, and he will use the opportunity of a dragon fight to get rid of Aegon. Let's take a look at how this thing will go down. The whole battle at Rook's Rest is Criston Cole's plan. In the last episode, Criston Cole and Gwaine Hightower marched out of King's Landing with their army. On their way, they will be joined by Lord Rosby and Lord Stokeworth. Episode 4 will see two battles, first the one at Duskendale and then the one at Rook's Rest, both led by Criston. Duskendale will be caught completely by surprise and unprepared, and quickly fall to Aegon's forces, followed by Criston executing its lord and forcing their soldiers to join his army or die. Lord Staunton and his castle at Rook's Rest will be next. Lord Staunton will close the gates of Rook's Rest and wait for support from Queen Rhaenyra to arrive. The support will come in the form of Rhaenys Targaryen and her dragon Meleys. The queen who never was will arrive above Rook's Rest to aid Lord Staunton. The battle at Rook's Rest is going to be the biggest battle of the season. Under the command of Cole and Gwaine Hightower, the army comes near the castle of House Staunton and stops at the tree line before attacking the gates of Rook's Rest. At first, they are met by arrows from the garrison of Rook's Rest, and moments later, Rhaenys and her dragon Meleys come into the scene and start burning Criston's army. Seeing the chaos, and many of his soldiers flee before Meleys' flames, Criston gives a speech to regain the morale when Aegon on top of Sunfyre appears in the sky. Men-at-arms, your king has joined you. Hold to your courage, hold to your wits. For the seven have blessed and shielded this host with divine purpose. For the one true King Aegon advance. Rhaenys and Meleys are attacked by Aegon and his dragon Sunfyre. Sunfyre is distracting Meleys and protecting the army under. This is when it gets interesting. Aemond arrives at the scene. Aemond with Vhagar arrives at Rook's Rest near the end of the battle. Princess Rhaenys will make no attempt to flee. She will turn Meleys straight towards the enemy. Rhaenys turns to meet the attack despite knowing that her dragon stands no chance against the two dragons. The three dragons will fight thousands of feet above the field. When Meleys closes her jaws around Sunfyre's neck, Vhagar will fall upon them from above. Instead of focusing on Rhaenys and Meleys, Aemond with Vhagar intentionally attacks both the dragons and dragonriders while the two are fighting, burning both Rhaenys and half of Aegon, and then intentionally uses Vhagar's monstrous size to fall upon both the dragons and smash them to the ground. If the dragonfire Aemond used on Aegon was not enough to kill him, then surely slamming his dragon to the ground from high in the sky would do the job. Or at least Aemond thought. The impact of their fall is going to be so huge that it will have destroyed many trees and leave large craters in the forest. But Aegon lives. Aegon will survive, but it will leave him burned, bent and twisted. Upon seeing the dragons fall, Criston alongside Gwaine and a few others will rush through the forest to Aegon's crater. Aemond will then try to finish the job on the ground. Aemond will land with his dragon, take out his sword and stand over nearly dead Aegon, putting down his sword only when Criston Cole rushes to them and yells no to Aemond. Criston will then kneel next to Aegon's body. Aegon will suffer from burns that will cover half his body, a broken hip and numerous broken ribs. His armor will melt into his left arm, and it will take him a year to recover, his mind clouded by milk of the poppy, causing him to sleep 9 hours out of every 10. In a way, Aemond will achieve his goal. He will rule from the Iron Throne for the rest of the season, because Aegon will be too injured to rule. Prince Aemond will take over the rule in his stead as Prince Regent and Protector of the Realm. He will take up the Iron and Ruby crown of Aegon the Conqueror. And in the Fire and Blood book on which the show is based, it's said that Aemond stated that it looked better on himself than it ever did on Aegon. Aemond will also take the Conqueror's sword and dagger which his brother previously wielded, as we can see in this picture. I don't think anyone except Aemond and of course us the viewers will know that he did it on purpose, that he attacked and burned and smashed Aegon and his dragon Sunfyre, nearly killing both. Aemond will likely tell everyone that it was an accident that happened during the dragon fight between 3 dragons. The reason Aemond does not kill Aegon on the ground with his sword is the same reason Aemond did not let Aegon sail away from Westeros, because Criston Cole is there to stop it. More than one person who is confirmed to have watched episode 4 already and famously leaked this information all over the internet a few weeks ago said that Aegon would mock Aemond at a brothel, which just happened in the new episode, and that Aemond would purposely cripple and try to kill Aegon at Rook's Rest in response, alongside many other details that are going to happen and that already happened. Long story short, many legitimate sources and leaked photos from the filming set confirmed that Aemond will in fact try to kill Aegon, both in the sky and on the ground. This should not come as a surprise to anyone who paid close attention to both Season 1 and Season 2. As I said, Aegon is the leader of Aemond's childhood traumas and he often teamed up with his younger nephews to make fun of him. In Season 2, Aegon himself foreshadows Aemond's betrayal when he drinks with his friends and says that Aemond is his loyal hound and knows his place. On top of that, in the new episode, Aegon humiliated him in front of everyone in the brothel. Aegon is unknowingly digging his own grave. All of this combined with Aemond's strong desire of becoming the king, and strong belief that he will be a more capable ruler, will result in Aemond's attempt to end Aegon, but miraculously Aegon lives. Episode 4 of House of the Dragon is building up to be a fantastic episode. Rhaenys will die a heroic death, first dragon fight in the series, and Aemond will try to kill his brother Aegon during the biggest battle of the season at Rook's Rest. For free, you can now listen to the entire audiobook Fire and Blood on which House of the Dragon is based and which covers the entire Targaryen history, including current and future events of House of the Dragon for free with a notable trial using our link in the description. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and I hope to see you in the next one.